Outside, he had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up, eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there, and what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Play action. Now Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. To throw again is Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Aaron Jones from 6 yards away. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 6.
Now it's Wilson. Same connection, Dulcich once again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Wilson. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to find Alan Lazard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Alan Lazard. From 19 yards away. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, open man, he completes it to Judy. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Four down. 14.
Here's Wilson to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. On play action, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we... They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down. Hey, 26. Come on.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. A solid stiff arm. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Again, Wilson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you created with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Wilson gonna throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. For this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this.